But alas, it is the final weekend. We get to bring you one more race, and it's from the Nashville Superspeedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given.
And now we are racing in Nashville. It's a great start for Lundgaard, having a look up the inside. But Palou screams around the outside of David Malukas and takes second place immediately at the start.
We were 4 wide further back. A car is going around in the wall.
Rasmussen, the first time winner, last time out. He's a win it or bin it driver. And this time, he's in the wall and out before we've even completed a lap.
For Rasmussen's car, and he just loses it.
Just has a twitch in the middle of the pack.
I think that was Connor Daly on the outside of him. So lucky to not get collected in that as well. Second lane.
Oh, and here comes the champion. Alex Palou looking to go round the outside of Pato O'Ward and take the lead away from his championship rival. They run side by side. Palou with the high line. Pato down low, and being down low, he will have the advantage. Palou will have to go the longer way around. So tight, so close between the two.
Saw Pato O'Ward with a big wiggle over that bump. That could absolutely wreck Pato O'Ward and Alex Palou.
Outside corner clear.
It is such a big indention in the racetrack there. You'll see a light-colored rectangle that defines the bump right here in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Pato took the lead back. Palou keeps his foot stuck in. Wonderful. Side by side battling between the championship rivals, and still they fight, and still they go, and still Palou tries to take the lead.
That's 2 full laps side by side. And the guy that wants this to end is Scott McLaughlin, because he's got pace, but he's got nowhere to go when they're running side by side like this in front.
Did they touch? That was so tight between the two of them. O'Ward doesn't want to give this up. There's a long way to go. The speed overrun for Palou isn't enough. He can't get daylight between himself and that papaya and black McLaren, who clings on to the lead. Once again, 15 laps run here in Nashville. Pato O'Ward hanging on as Palou tries it again. And O'Ward being smart, keeping to the inside, forcing Palou to go high, forcing Palou to go the long way.
Oh, he's got a lot of momentum this time around. He's a lot more even going into one, but dead even. Honda versus Chevy, McLaren versus Ganassi. Dead even down the back straight into 3.
I wonder at what point does Alex Palou say, you know what? I'm going to be burning up my tires a little too much, trying to hang here on the high side. Does he duck in and start to settle in? Maybe we're seeing that now.
Oh! And Alex Palou has a flat front right. Our man from second place has to bring this in.
Yep, copy. We see it. We're going to change all 4.
Now, has he hit the wall, or have the tires simply given up on him?
I mean, could you imagine a right front failure at speed without hitting the wall? That would be very Alex Palou-like. He tries to wrestle the car slowly into the box.
We're very much in the pit window right now. Those caution laps off the top sort of helped extend it a bit. You see that front wing adjustment. Soft tires on.
Hard tires off, soft tires on. Alex Palou gets back and running on his way, but he will be way down the order.
That would be incredible. Understand, he did not hit the wall. He just slowed off of turn 2 to come in. Must have felt it, and this will force every team to think long and hard. This is where Palou slows down. Everything looks fine as he carves into turn 1. Through the middle, exiting turn 2, and then right here,
he's slowing.
He feels it.
You can see he's slowing. That is dexterous feel of a champion, to know that that wheel was about to go, not continue to push it, not lose it, and wipe out in spectacular fashion on an oval.
Meanwhile, though, Alex Palou got back around Scott McLaughlin. That was an opportunistic pass for Alex Palou, puts him back in 3rd and gets Scott McLaughlin back on what happened a couple laps ago. Here's the red and white car of Scott McLaughlin out of the pits, and here comes the yellow and red car of Alex Palou. Palou to the high side, but McLaughlin having none of it.
A closer look then. Palou with the overrun on speed. Oh, a twitch that kept him behind in that moment, in that instant. And this, the move that sealed the deal for the champion on Scott McLaughlin. who falls down out of the top three. We have been talking about David Malukas all season long, in particular on ovals, but we've also noticed that often when he started near the front, he's tended to drop off, he's tended to fall down. He has come so close to pole position on the last two races. There is talk that he is Penske bound to replace Will Power next year. How much does he need a good result today? How much would a podium? Oh, and Foster goes high. And almost, oh no! And that is Foster not willing to give that position. A rookie ultimately getting into David Malukas.
That kid is such an...
As he tried to get through. And Townsend, James, your racers, that to me, as a non-racer, looks fairly inexcusable.
Yeah, that very deliberate move back up the racetrack from Louis Foster to try to force a wider turn-in point, try to keep himself from being lapped by another car. Malukas trying to seize the opportunity, but it just looked way too darty for me, James, for a car that's already one lap down.
As Herta, we sit on board with him, and that is Alex Palou, keeping to the high line, keeps his foot stuck in, has the momentum.
Herta's going to get the draft off of McLaughlin here down the back straight. That's going to help him clear Palou, and now Herta up into the top three.
Nobody looks more comfortable on the high side than Colton Herta right now. Smooth, delicate hands. Brilliant strategy, positioning his race car just perfectly to make that high move work.
You say no one more comfortable. Ferrucci's made up 10 places since the restart.
Yeah, but Colton's doing it up in the top 10. That's harder to do.
Here we go, and it's to the inside. And that's a position before he even turns in. Colton Herta is absolutely flying.
Oh, almost lost it there over the bump. It just got really loose for the Gainbridge driver.
Bit of a tire advantage for Colton right now as well. He's on those red soft tires. McLaughlin on the black sidewall, harder compound, less grip. And that added grip from the softs, Colton is using it to great effect right now. Award the only car in front of him.
Power is looking really strong right now. These are brave moves to the high side.
He's got so much confidence in that car. So much confidence on those tires. He runs high to Palou.
Low.
Turns it in, keeps it stuck in.
Still low.
Palou stays low. Power runs high.
All clear.
Has the slipstream and has the position. Will Power up into the podium places. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, Herta's not been able to really make any inroads on getting up to the back of Award to try to make a move, but now he's got mirrors full of the Verizon driver trying to get his way up into the top two.
Power, who was so quick here 1 year ago, but had loose belts, incredibly, in his cockpit, which stopped him from progressing up the field as he would have wished, but the power was evident. The pace was evident. And now Will Power going for P2 on Colton Herta. Already a race winner this year. Will Power now moves into second place. And the next man, the only man left, is Pato O'Ward.
I think about a straightaway ahead of him.
Good clean driving there.
A little high.
Got to be thinking that Pato O'Ward's team and spotter is going to tell him now, hey, the 12 is coming. He's passed 4 cars in about the last 5 laps.
Disaster for the race leader. Pato O'Ward is out moments ago, literally 3-4 seconds ago. Pato O'Ward high onto the marbles, runs up into the wall, and from a dominant day in which he's led more laps on one day than he ever has in an afternoon, he is out of the race, and a certain victory lies in tatters.
I mean, you got to wonder if maybe that was an issue with the right front. You saw it earlier with Alex Palou, but James, he was right down in the groove. Nothing unusual about it.
Let's keep an eye on it very closely. It looked deflated.
It certainly looks to have a bit of a wobble. Let's take a look at the onboard video. I'll bet there's an issue.
Something appeared to fly off that front right. Yeah, front right. Yeah, it's still laminated before he hits the wall.
Yeah, you can
Tire
see
failure. Tire failure.
There you go, the confirmation from the cockpit itself. Pato O'Ward. What a tough way to end a race that he was absolutely dominating from pole position.
Will Power came into his pit box a little bit hot. They had to roll him back. He's going to go to the hard tires, but much happier with his car than yesterday. He's been on an absolute tear, but this is a long stop for Will Power. And he stalls it.
An absolute disaster for Will Power for the 12 crew.
Restart.
Using the hybrid system to refire the car, but now he's struggling to get it into first gear.
And this is what happened. He came into his box. Oh, overshoots, pushes his tyre forward into the box ahead of him, which I think is that of Scott Dixon. We are green. Rossi slams the hammer down, goes now, and look at the start from the two Penskes, taking their teammate Will Power, who will drop to the rear of the field as everybody now slides past him.
Yeah, big issues for Will Power. I wonder if it's gearbox as they're side by side. That's Palou and McLaughlin.
Guys, is that Connor Daly going 3 wide on the high side? I think it is.
You bet it is.
Side by side with Kirkwood now into 3.
Oh! McLaughlin and Newgarden make it through Graham Rahal. Palou will try to do the same. Armstrong will try to follow him. Kirkwood will also come through with Connor Daly, and it's Connor Daly high. Palou underneath Armstrong. Palou tucks in behind Armstrong. Now it's Daly in the All-American Rejects purple car.
And he's not done yet. Connor Daly going to the outside of the champ.
Takes the champ. Takes Rahal.
Still there, clear. Good job, man.
Goes after Armstrong, and Daly is up to 6th.
That was beautiful. You got to think that Alexander Rossi is eyeing his first win of the season and the second win of the season for Ed Carpenter Racing. His teammate, Christian Rasmussen, pulled it off at Milwaukee. Now Newgarden goes low.
And he goes to the inside. Rossi will not be able to defend. The lead belongs to Joseph Newgarden at home in Nashville. The crowd wave and cheer him across the line. Newgarden leads in Nashville. Is it now that Newgarden comes in? We will keep our eyes on pit lane, and it is. He dives in from the lead for a moment which could define this race and salvage his season.
What a result it would be. What an exclamation point on what's been a horrendous season so far, results-wise, from Joseph Newgarden. And Jack, he comes down to you for this pivotal final stop.
It is a pivotal final stop, James, and as you well know as well, these in and out laps absolutely critical. Slid just a little bit into his box. New hard tyre compounds going on. They spent the early part of this race dialing that car in. Luke Mason told me he was happy, and a happy Joseph Newgarden is normally a really fast one.
McLaughlin now on pit lane and driving down towards Georgia.
This is a crucial pit stop for Scott McLaughlin. It's going to take him all the way to the end. As you said, he has to use those soft red tires. He's happy with the car. A third in Milwaukee. As you know, a win would mean everything for this team. He's down and away.
So Herta stops. That'll put Ericsson in the lead of this race. But behind him, once he makes his stop, it will be Palou. It'll be Alex Palou, who somehow, despite having a puncture, despite having to battle his way through, despite falling almost out of the top 10 at one point.
7-second pit stop for Colton Herta. He nailed it perfectly on his marks. A great job from the Andretti team for likely the final pit stop of their 2025 season.
33 to go. Alex Palou leads against all the odds.
It just seems so quintessentially 2025. Alex Palou and his 10 team making the absolute perfect strategy call, doing that undercut, pitting a bit early, getting out into some clean air, ripping off some quick laps, and through the cycle has found himself ahead of all of his challengers, denying potentially again the Penske duo of McLaughlin and Newgarden a chance to win a race this season.
There he goes. He's got to run.
Little wiggle from Palou.
McLaughlin looks high, will run high. Palou squeezes, and McLaughlin goes now, goes high, goes wide, goes to the lead. McLaughlin P1 in Nashville.
Wow, that was so razor close to that edge of a drivable racetrack and the marbles that can end your day. And now Newgarden has learned a thing or two watching McLaughlin. Newgarden back there starting to fade high. We ride on board with Newgarden.
Is this the day? Be it for Newgarden or McLaughlin, that they can turn around the woes of 2025 with one final hurrah. Newgarden on the inside, and that was easy. So easy for Joseph Newgarden. It's second place for him. and it is mano a mano, Penske against Penske for the win.
James, this is exactly what you framed up. Palou just doesn't seem to have the grip over a stint.
And he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all running even half a car width outside of the pure racing line. Question now becomes, can those soft tires hang on to the end? Does that grip level stay? Oh, he goes high. He goes way high.
McLaughlin really high and into the wall.
He might be okay. He barely touched it. They banged the yellow light early, which is really going to help Scotty Mack. The question is the right rear okay?
Oh, my word.
Nice save, man. Nice save.
A nice save, yes, but how much damage has been done?
Going.
He launches now. McLaughlin goes with him. Look at Palou. Look at Kiffin Simpson. Brilliant start from the Ganassi driver, both of them. And Alex Palou up and on the inside, having to look at McLaughlin, the champion, immediately to the fore and immediately to second.
McLaughlin not knowing how much to trust his car after that, but that waltz at potential damage. Now Simpson trying to go for third.
Simpson on McLaughlin. That is brave and gutsy from him. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Great stuff from Kiffin Simpson.
And now all of a sudden, I think McLaughlin's starting to trust his race car, but Simpson going to be tough on the inside. This is where McLaughlin lost it, that caused the caution. They stay too wide.
And in their mirrors, Connor Daly defending from Kyle Kirkwood, and Kirkwood has a look on the inside of Connor Daly as Simpson and McLaughlin still run wheel to wheel.
This is such respectful racing from both these drivers. Really impressed with Kiffin Simpson right now, going toe-to-toe with McLaughlin, one of the best on this type of racetrack.
Kiffin Simpson holding his own, doing a superb job. Won't be intimidated by McLaughlin. Has an advantage now. Can he take the place firmly from him? Oh, McLaughlin's driving beautifully. Newgarden leads by less than half a second from Alex Palou. This is not job done yet. The race is not won. We have 5 laps to go. 4 now for Joseph Newgarden. He leads by 0.3 from Alex Palou. Simpson third, ahead of McLaughlin on what would be quite an incredible day for Kiffin Simpson.
James, we talked about how Alex Palou struggles in dirty air, but has he been laying out with great discipline and saving his car and himself? Because right now he's starting to close on Newgarden. Palou finding the balance that he hasn't seemed to have all day.
0.2 of a second is the gap. You can see it with your eyes. It's 3 car lengths with 3 to go.
These two drivers have been the class of the field on this type of racetrack in 2025. Newgarden, he's kind of held that title for years, for a decade almost in this series. Palou, a bit of a newer, quicker study in terms of getting up to speed, but being able to keep side by side and nose to tail with Newgarden, that's something big.
And McLaughlin's trying to get 3rd place back.
That track is dirtier now than it was 4 laps ago for Scotty Mack, but he will stay to the high side. Risky stuff for the podium.
Has the pace, doesn't yet have the position. Kiffin Simpson keeps the position for now. It is 2 to go, and every position still up for grabs. The final lap of the race, Joseph Newgarden leads. The gap over Alex Palou is minuscule. Simpson defends from McLaughlin, but Joseph Newgarden will awaken from what has been a nightmare year to the most beautiful dream. It will be a win at home in Nashville for Joseph Newgarden.
Not all so bad.
And I believe McLaughlin got Simpson at the line.
That's another win. That's 11 years in a row for you with at least 1. Great job. Great job, sir.
Look at these hybrid systems let you fire the cars back up, and he can give those donuts a second
and
try.
Palou to the infield. Palou is tearing up the infield.
It's a competition for the win and a competition for donuts. Newgarden says, you know what, I'm just going to climb out.
What joy for Joseph Newgarden. Not just a win, but a win at home in Nashville. And he is doing what he so desperately wanted to do at Indianapolis. He will celebrate, not just with any crowd, but with his crowd. The home hero returns to the embrace of his people.